Like in Canada, there's security. You're not bothered about coming back from work and being robbed on your way home. Where you and I was in your shoe, I'll think of having a second passport for my child.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of stopping by here, my name is Obey, and on this channel I basically just share my life experiences, and I hope that you pick something from today's video. Today's video is going to be pretty much brief, and I'm just going to be talking about, is it worth it to relocate to Canada? I know a lot of people have been saying Canada is very lonely and people have been thinking of moving back home for one reason or the other. While if you're still in Africa, you're still in Nigeria, and you're wondering if it's worth it, I'm just here to let you know that it's worth it, and I'll give you a few reasons why I think it is totally worth it. So, if this information is something that you're interested in, please stay and watch the video to the end. So the first thing to think about if you're thinking of relocating is the standard of living. The standard of living in Canada is pretty much decent. What I mean by pretty much decent is, even if you have a job and you're being paid the minimum wage, you still tend to be able to, live a better life. You're not confused on where the next paycheck is coming from because you're getting something, no matter how small it is. And you can actually plan based on your income. Another good thing is that there's always government support, like if you're having to pay rent, there's a rental subsidy that is given to people who are low income to help them be able to at least pay their rent and take care of their children. There's also the Canada Child Benefit that is given to parents to help them, take care of their children. And this goes a long way in bridging that gap of being in abject poverty or total hunger. And if it's food, there are lots of food banks around where people can go to collect food. Once you're registered in the food bank, you go there and collect food. I believe it's maybe twice a month. You can go there and you'll be given a good amount of food that could help you live, you know for at least for a while. Then you don't have to struggle, unlike in Nigeria and other African countries where you are totally on your own. Even if you don't have food, you have to look for maybe family, friends, or philanthropists or friends that can help you out. But that's not the case here. There's a basic standard of living, like a standard where no matter what the situation is, you'll be able to, afford something, at least a baseline, affordability of whatever it is you need. Another reason I feel like it's a no-brainer is security. The security country is amazing. If you call the police, an average response time is 2 to 3 minutes. Can you beat that? You can imagine in Nigeria calling the police and you hear things like, we don't have fuel in our car and stuff like that. You don't get that here. You're going to work and you're coming back home from work. You're not worried about somebody smashing your glass and taking your stuff from you. Your children can go to school, walk to school by themselves, and walk back home without you being worried or scared that they'll be kidnapped. So, in my area of town where I live, Amazon comes, deliver your package, and you meet it there. If you leave it there for 3 days, it will remain there waiting for you. So, security is another no brainer. It's another reason why I feel like if you want to move to Canada, it's a great opportunity. It's a great reason to do that. You can actually go to bed at night and sleep comfortably and wake up in the morning knowing fully well you don't have anything to worry about. If you look around me, most of the houses are standing on their own without any fence. Can you try that in Nigeria? Build a house and not put at least a 6 foot fence. Look at it, look around. You can see children are out playing, having fun. The weather is changing now and everybody is out, and you're rest assured that there's nothing to worry about. So I feel like security is a very good reason why you can think about moving. Another good reason is education. The education here is really, really nice. You don't have to pay for school fees. You're not worried about looking for money to pay for school fees, unlike in Nigeria where you have to pay between 250 and as much as 1.5 million naira every term for your child to go to school. Here, school is free from age 5, 6 till they get to college. So you don't have to bother about that. So that way you can, have more money to save, towards their college. Another good reason why I think it's a no-brainer to relocate if you choose to, especially to Canada, is because the system works. The system clearly works for everybody. If you have a job, you will grow on your job. We know when you move abroad, you might not start from the high paying job, but when you get a job, you tend to grow on the job. It's not unlike in Nigeria when you're working, you don't even know whether you will be promoted. People work in the bank for 10 years without any form of promotion. But here, if you're on a job, if you're in a job and there's inflation, most times you find out that your organization is going to have an increment in your salary based on the inflation rate. Nobody does that for you in Nigeria. Another thing is that when you try to have a business, your business will grow here. Like the government is here, they will support you. They have different kind of plans to support people that want to do business. In Nigeria, it's very hard. You come to Canada and you want to buy a house. There is an actual process where you know how much you need for a drop down. You know how long it's going to take you to save that drop down for you to be able to buy your house. So yeah, the system really works. And because that system works, it's easier for you to live your life having a clear timeline of what you want to achieve. If you asked me when I was in Nigeria where I'll be in 5 years, I clearly did not know because there is no clear pathway. You don't know. Everybody is just basically winging it, except for those politicians or people who are in high positions that kind of know what they want to do. But for every common man, it was just a struggle. You really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. If you even gather some money and decide that you want to go and do Okada business, one governor can wake up tomorrow and tell you that they are banning bikes. What happens to your business? If you open a salon and there is no electricity, what happens to your business? So you are not sure. You don't know what the growth is like. But here, if you start a business and you put in the work, you know that in no time you will grow, and that's just something that I feel like it's a good reason for people to think about if you want to relocate, because you will grow no matter where you start from. The pace at which each person will grow is clearly might clearly be different, but one way or the other, everybody will get to their desired destination. It might take you a longer time, it might take somebody a quicker time, but at the end of the day, everybody will be okay. Everybody will settle down and achieve what they want to achieve. So, with everything I've said, if you have a life that is going on well for you in Nigeria or in Africa, you have a good car, you have a good house, you have 10 mopos watching you every night when you go to bed, you don't have anything to worry about. Whenever you're sick, you can just easily fly to America or UK or even India to have a good health care. Well, if I were you and I was in your shoe, I would think of having a second passport for my child. That would be a reason for me to relocate just for a couple of years, just to give my child a second passport. But if you can have that standard of living and have such an amount of money and you are doing wonderfully well, you can easily just go buy a golden passport and not have to go through the stress like us. Uh, well, we are here. We are living our lives. We are planning our lives. We are going through the pathway quietly and working towards our timeline to, have a better life. And at the end of the day, become Canadian citizens. So, on this note, I'll just say thank you very much for watching today's video. If there's anything you want to add or you want to share, please feel free to comment, like, share, and also send me an email and I'll be sure to answer any questions you have. On this note, I'll say thank you very much for watching, and until next time, have a good day. Kidnapping and all that, that's not something to think about or worry about here. And the police is, I'm stuck. Pause.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more.